Okay, in the last video, I talked about An Unexpected Journey. That was pretty good. Kind of solid movie. But now we're here on the Desolation of Smaug, and as you can tell, this is so far my favorite of the Hobbit films. This one I think is great. I wouldn't call it like wonderful or spectacular, though there are some moments in the movie that are wonderful and spectacular. But overall, this one was a great one. The characters in here are just as strong than in the last movie. Like, we get to see more of them and really care for them. And I'm just left speechless, I just had such a great time. We do have some new characters that are introduced in this one. One character who's played by Luke Evans, who I thought was really good. But I feel like the best one I'm going to save for a bit later. For now, let's talk about something that I didn't talk about in the last one. The production design and visual effects. The production design of the Hobbit trilogy, like I kind of mentioned in the last one, used more CG than practical stuff because of the rushed timeline to get these movies done and out. But the CG in here is, like, for the most part, very, very good. Like, when they're with the spiders, and most prominently, Smaug the dragon. Smaug the dragon just looks so incredible here. All the detail he's given, like, he just looks so incredible. Like, it's so, I feel overwhelmed by how awesome Smaug looks. And Benedict Cumberbatch does such a haunting job at just making Smaug so terrifying. What an actor. But thankfully, this trilogy still uses a great amount of practical sets. So far I've not watched the behind the scenes for Desolation of Smaug, but I can kind of tell when some sets are real, some sets are fake, but the ones that look real just look great. And they also did a pretty good job kind of making these kind of blend together, the practical and the visual. The music is also, like, just as good than in Unexpected Journey. And to my knowledge, from what I saw in, like, some comments of the video of it, the kind of barrel writing was not in the books, but I don't care. I think that is just such a spectacular moment, especially that kind of one-take scene. And that was just like, oh my gosh, that goes so hard. Like, this was when the movie, I was already enjoying the movie. I was already having a good time with it. But then when that shot came up, I was just like, okay, this is magnificent. And that's when I realized this is going to be a great one. And it was. And also just, seeing everyone trying to battle Smaug was also just such a fun watch. You really kind of just feel the stress and anxiety of the characters. Oh. I'd say when it comes to issues or nitpicks, some of the CG still looks a bit kind of, I don't know, but you can, if you watch the movie, you can kind of tell. And there's also, a couple shots during the water barrel scene where, I don't know, it kind of looks like it was shot on a GoPro. It didn't really match, the style and quality of the rest of the footage that you see. But that was just something I kind of picked up on. Other than that, I think Desolation of Smaug is so far the best I've seen of the Hobbit trilogy. We get to spend more time with the characters, we get to see some great new locations, and such a really great villain in the already great roster of villains here in Middle-earth. We are now going to be on to the last one, and that's Battle of the Five Armies.